there is a growing number of non-believers in Iowa, especially in eastern Iowa, especially in the 1st District. Not only do we get tired of lawmakers that pass legislation or submit legislation that is based in religious belief, but also ones that discriminate against large groups of people, or that don't move forward laws or legislation that would help people based in their religious belief. One example is the Death with Dignity law, or bill right now that Governor Branstad, that Governor Branstad said that he wouldn't support. I'm curious your thoughts when it comes to religious belief inspiring either discriminatory legislation or being the source of not pushing through something that could help a lot of Iowans.
Well, here's what I think we should do. First off, the ability to have freedom of religion is one of our tenets, but also the right for people to have free speech. And more importantly, if a person doesn't want to practice religion, they have the right to do that as well. And I think one of the problems that we have in both legislatures and Congress is people are trying to legislate through their religion, which I think is wrong. The Constitution basically allows us a certain rights. And I think the best example I can use in this is, I'm Catholic. I went to Catholic schools. I was raised Catholic. But when the marriage equality ruling came out in 2009, the Catholic Church was vehemently opposed to it. But for me, it was a very easy way to look at it. I believe the Constitution is an affirmative document. Whenever you put things in there to deny people rights, it fails as a document because you are able to say that uniformly everybody has these rights. So it was real easy for me to say, the bottom line is, this allows a same-sex couple to go down to the county recorder's office and get out a marriage license, just like opposite-sex couples. And quite frankly, because of the Equal Protection Clause, I thought it was the right thing to do. So I didn't allow any debate on it, and quite frankly, it was something that I thought was the right thing to do. And I think that's the way people need to look at this is, they've got to be careful about when they're letting their religion infringe on other people's rights. And I think a good example of that right now is and I've been very critical of Democrats who voted against allowing Syrians in, because quite frankly, it doesn't matter if they're a Christian, a Muslim, or if they're an atheist. The bottom line is, we're talking about people that are fleeing their homelands because of, one, they have a president who has gassed his own people, and you have 3 different groups, none of which I think they feel comfortable about they'll be safe. So we should be doing our part just like every other country in the world where we should be taking refugees. And so I think it's the right thing to do. And unfortunately, we have people saying, well, take Syrians if they're Christians, or we're not going to take people because they're Muslim. I think that's wrong. If these people are looking for a place to come, and you're talking about people who are not coming here because they wanted to, they were basically forced out of their country, I think it's more appropriately that you allow them in the country and have them go through the same process anybody else would. So I think the most important part is to make sure that everybody understands that your right to practice your religion in any way that you want to is allowed, but to legislate it or to try to constitute it into the Constitution, I think, are wrong. And I think I have a long history of making sure that I try to keep the two of them separate.
Do you support death with dignity?
What's that?
Do you support death?
I would support death with dignity. If somebody's terminally ill, I think that, and quite frankly, having had my own sister and a brother-in-law that have died in the last 10, 12 years, his Connie's passed away now 15 years, but in those 15 years, watching her and then watching my brother-in-law, I think it's important that we allow people that are terminally ill, that everybody agrees that they're going to be dying from whatever the disease or illness is, we should allow them to plan the way that they leave their family. And I think we need to allow that. And it's unfortunate that Governor Branstad just automatically says, no, I won't allow it.
Thank you.
But I have agreed with Governor Branstad a lot. A lot of years now.